There we go. The people have been asking, is this real? Is it filming? Yeah, no, you can. Think recording.
Okay.
All right, the Apex Arsenal. I know you guys have been waiting for it. So, Shardy, tell me which one to choose first, so I can explain what we got going on here.
One of the clubs.
All right, so go with a little medium-sized one. This is a 20-pound club. Utilize nice little mid-range. You can do a couple things inside circle swings. Then you got outside circle swings. You got 360s. Single with the hands. This is good for single arm work. You can also go two hands, kind of swing like sword. But really good for stabilizing muscle. Well, all this stuff at the end of the day is good for stabilizing muscles. But what I love most about it is the different movement patterns you can add to it. So for every movement pattern you can add like a complex set. So say you just want to get a basic stretch in, you stick it out, go down, and get into your deep squat. Open the thorax, swing it up. Swings, single hand swings, outside swings. There's so many different variations you can run with it. And that's what makes it such a use, so much utility to it. Then you can carry it out. So even if you just want to go do a walk, let's look like a badass kind of like Megan. You can move around with this. Very nice, easy to use. Switches. A lot of work you can get done with this thing. Choose another one, David.
A club.
Uh,
Wait, you just did a club?
yeah, we just got, well, that's a 20-pound club. We can go to small ones. These are another 15-pound. Different variations. So this one, rubber set, metal. So the rubber, you can kind of save yourself and clip your knees. I recommend rubber when you're first starting, because that way if you clock yourself or hit yourself, it's not critical damage. You hit yourself in one of those steel ones, you'll be ouching for a long time. This one's nice, has a little bit more range to it, a little more decent size. You can stretch out more with it, stabilizing stuff. And that's what I really like about the clubs. It's just the utility, because when you start to realize how the body works, there's so many different things you can do. You can go like static holds, or just hit there and hold. So hold for 10 seconds. One is a sit, two is a sit. 3, you can see the forearm activation, triceps, bicep. You want the tricep, bring it over the top. So now you got a what you call it, like a cable. Yeah, kind of like everything you can do with a cable or do with a barbell, you can do with a club, but far less chance of injury because it's single arm stuff and it's very light and manageable, so you're getting reps in. Hi.
Okay, now what about a mace?
Mace, okay, we'll get to mace. Let's see what the people are saying online. I'm seeing messages come in. Oh, we got 5 people. Thanks for the likes, everybody. Appreciate it. All right, mace. My favorite tool of all of them. So I have 25, well, this is like 26, almost 27 pounds. Here's a 25 pounder. Here's a 10 pounder. Here's a 15 pounder. So each of the clubs, not clubs, but each of the maces, they have more complexity to the movements. So depending upon what you want to do, so if you go heavier, there's certain things I can't do. So I can't just like swing around, turn around. Like if I show you with the 10 pounder, I can do single arm movements. Ooh, let's bring it. You can do a lot more complex things, not as much stress on the body. Turn, so it looks kind of cool. I feel like an action figure. Ooh, you can recover better. Right. But when you got the bigger club, so like my 25 pounder, this one's a little bit harder because it's a longer stick. So compared to my other 25 pound, we got about.
Those are both of them are 25 pounds.
Well, this one's a little bit heavier, but the 25 pound here, less weight, so you're gonna not less weight, less leverage on the thing. So the further out it goes, so this is an easy one. I kind of sit out here, I can hold it. It stresses not as much, but if I try to do with this with the gondola, I can barely get it out.
Oh, wow.
Because the weight, so I'm pushing way more leverage. It's like physics. because the more weight you have on the further outside your body, the more pressure you get to use the other contract because the weight's further off your body. So the closer it is to your body, no difference. Further out, and this is a nice workout too. Just holding this like 5, 10, 15, 20, bring it out. But this one's nice because it forces your whole body to contract. So if I'm going like swings, like my favorite thing to do is the 360. 360, and then you enter into a dynamic curl, so you can still get that bicep in. Bicep. Bicep. And if you want to get fancy, you add a squat to it. Curl. Swing back. Bicep curl. Squat. Bring it back.
When you work out with the mace, how long is like a traditional workout?
I try because I'm lazy and I put a lot of work in earlier, but I get in about 10 minutes a session. So I go 10 rounds, 1 minute each, every minute on the minute, and I'll set it. I gotta put the workout in, but I'll set it like 20 reps. So I'll go, all right, set my timer, 1 minute. I got 20 reps. So 10 to the left. And go back to the opposite side. And I'll try to get that done within 1 minute. Within that 1 minute, once I get my 20 reps in, I sit down, I rest, and then as soon as that next minute hits, go on to the next exercise.
And the mace works out your entire body? Like when you're swinging it? Really?
Everything. Let's see, we got any questions. You gotta check the live stream. See here? No questions yet. We got 11 people. 11 people in the building. People are enjoying the content. But my mace is the funnest one. There's so many different ways you can work with it. So you can go even like sides here, stretch. Because this is another movement that most people don't do is working on their abdominals going across the body. I forget what it's called, but it's rotational, but I forget the name. Pray for me. I gotta go back to my anatomy and physiology. Well, he would be human anatomy, but there's like planes that exist. You got front, sides, diagonal. But one of the things that people don't work on is cross stabilization going across the body. That's a big thing because so many often people are just going straight curls. They only worry about the front, but where all your power comes from, your ability to move around and feel good about your back and your core, is being able to twist, having strength and power within the twist of the body.
Okay.
What you working on? What you looking on here?
I'm trying to open it.
All right, next one. Choose that one.
Next one. Kettlebell.
Kettlebell. Okay. Also, another thing, you probably don't want to be wearing these funky sandals. Sandals. I like to work out either barefoot. Right now, give me a half second. Normally, I train in these. I run in these. These are shaman sandals. Now, right now, I'm in a little dilemma. We got any people message anything?
I'm checking.
How many people we got in the building?
8.
Oh, good. This little thing broke off the strap. So right now I'm sandalless. But this is normally what I train in. There's a flat, zero surface. Basically like being barefoot. But if I'm not wearing those, I'm either wearing my Vivo barefoots, which are pretty much almost cut, so support the channel so I can get some new shoes. Or I wear my Vivos, or not my Vivo, my fairways, which these are now ripping. I had these for about 2 years now. And they're almost freaking finished.
Okay.
But I like going barefoot because the barefoot gives you a chance to get everything fully activated. So your legs and your body, we got to talk. There's people bugging me. Who's bugging me all day? And can we get some likes? What's the deal with this no like stuff? I'm not appreciating it. This is bad guy Inc. We're trying to be educational and teach people. But the kettlebells. So I got a couple different kettlebells here. We got 45s, 57, and an 80. So the 45s, I like to do double work with them. Swing, rack. So this would be like a clean press. So, up, press. Bring back down. Up, clean, press. Bring back down. And it's good because most often when people are training, like when you're doing bench press, most people do it with the full bar. But it's a little bit better if you work Single, so if you got single dumbbells, works a little better because you get isometric, but at the same time you get both sides of the body work, but you also work on the weaknesses of certain aspects of your body. That's another big problem with the barbell, is that when you're dealing with the barbell, you don't get the strength in the individual parts, because really when you're operating in life, like when I go to pick something up, I don't get something that's evenly perfectly distributed. Most of the time things are all usually off weight. So if you're always training with things that are evenly in weight, you're gonna have a disadvantage in life. Because in life, most things when you pick it up, they're not evenly distributed in weight. So the better things are, you got a message? What?
I'll tell you if you
Okay. Yeah, that's my assistant. This is Apex. But anyway, I like the dumbbell, the kettlebell. This is where I first originally started. I recommend everybody starts with the kettlebell. Very easy to get a lot of work out of this. So if you're training with the kettlebell, you can go either for reps or for time. Either one's good. But it's very quick, fast, efficient, just like the club. You can carry with you, get a lot of work, range in the body. So I can get squats in it. I can make it a stretching routine where I sit down and stretch, get outside, out here. So you can either get a nice stretch out of it, you get some reps, squat, press, squat, press. There's a lot of different variations you can get that essentially give you a full body workout with one tool. And you can go look on that kettlebell. I got these online on Facebook Marketplace. I think for like maybe 30, 40 bucks. I got this one for like 100, this one for maybe 50, 60. And all together, let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I probably got my whole arsenal. I probably spent, I'll say maybe 500 bucks altogether. So you get it's very efficient. And I've been using all these for about 4 or 5 years now. 2019 I started. I've been adding on to this collection. And it all started with this 57-pound one and this lady. So when I first started my training, all I had was this, and the 25. And I built the arsenal, and I probably trained with these three for about 4 or 5 months. No boredom, complete variation. I could throw it up in the air. I could hit trees, hit the ground, do digging stuff. There's a lot of work you can get out of it. If you want to find out more about it, check out cybermacefitness.com. Great place to go and recognize good work and get the mentality to be training, because in these hard times, taking care of your body is a must. Taking care of the body is the greatest aspect you can do.
So with kettlebells and stuff, you don't have to go up in weight like traditional weightlifting. You can use the same pound thing.
Yep. Because there's so many different variations that make it harder. So I can go one hand, like say 57. I go 2 hands. I can get 30 reps in. Once I get 30 reps, it's easy to go one hand. Switch it. Then you can change the styles up. Add a squat. So there's always different variations that you can add on to.
How many years ago did you start kettlebell workouts?
Well, I learned in college. So when I was in college, I was a football player, and I went through all the traditional weightlifting programs. And I met a very interesting coach. I forget his, I know his last name, Durant. Can't remember the first name, but he essentially told us start using kettlebells. So I was like, what the hell? What's kettlebell? And so we started working, and I'm done. I'm like, what the hell? My ass is sore, my hips are sore, everything's sore.
Really?
Oh, this is worse than bodybuilding. Yeah, this is worse than all the bench press and everything. And then I had an injury in college during incline bench press, where like I tore a little bit off my bone. And I said, holy shit, I'm done with this. And so I just went straight to the, what do we got? How many people in the building we got? Oh, 3? Perfect. We can start to wind it down. Yeah, but anyway, I tore a little bit of my chest. After tearing my chest, I said, okay, I gotta change it up. Went to kettlebells, and ever since I started doing that, I was like, oh, my life is changing. Like, it's better, my grip strength got better, no injuries, my butt started loosening up, hips got loose, abs started looking better. I said, oh, this is the secret, this is the truth. I've been learning the wrong way. So that's when I started about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, when I learned about the kettlebell. Actually, probably longer than that, maybe 8. Because I graduated, yeah, probably 8 years ago or so.
What about the water bag?
Ah. So this is an interesting tool. What's up? Yeah. So audit hydrocore. Very interesting tool. So it's like a remix in the Bulgarian bag, which is like a staple in wrestlers technique. But this one's just filled with water. It gets up to about 45 pounds if you max it out. This is about 35 right now. Well, it gets about 45 and it's very good to travel with. And the water gives you a unique feeling where when you're moving it, as long as the water is like, you can tell when you're moving in synchronization because the water operates, you hear like a nice whoosh, 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 whoosh. And that whoosh knows that it makes you understand that you're using your biokinetic spread. You're swinging with a rhythm. And if you fuck up the rhythm, it'll be like, oh, you'll feel it go off and you'll get thrown off a little bit. Which will be different than the weight because the weight is just so solid. But moving that water, because people don't realize how heavy water is when it's in load. That's nice. It gets a nice little swing. You take it to the beach. You can carry. You can walk with it. You put it on your bag. Travel. And it really operates like a Bulgarian bag, like just a sandbag. Also, like using it when I go into the sauna in the steam room because it's water, and because of the plastic on it, I don't have to worry about it taking on liquid and getting wet and mildew. And if you want to take it anywhere, just open up the cap, take the water out. Now you just got a solid bag, throw it up, take it and travel with it. And it's basically like 1 pound of all the water out. Let's see, what else have we got?
The bows, are they used for workout or
We'll go to the bows later. That's going to be another video. Explain what the bows look like. But yeah, that's the arsenal, the basic training arsenal tools. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, we got a big baby here. This is a 45-pound club. Very heavy, extremely heavy. You can do everything you do with the basic club, but because of the weight, you do pretty simple movements, slow reps. And I'm not doing like kind of feel like guts. You do the sword, hold. You get out of squat to it, 360. But it really tests this. What I really noticed that it tests, it's not so much the body, but your hands and your grip and your forearm strength, because that's what burns out before more than anything else. So when I'm training, one of the built-in safety mechanisms when it comes to this stuff is your hands and your forearms will get out long before your muscles get out. So one of the things that you'll find when you're squatting is that if you hit the point of critical failure, the load is still on your back. So if you're squatting and it's too heavy, you just crumple. You fall down and you hurt something, you're bad. Same thing when you're pulling out a deadlift. If you don't get the right lift, your back blows out. Bench press, the bar in front of your chest. With all this stuff, if I'm ever in trouble, like if I'm ever lifting, and say I get to a point where I can't hold it more, my grip fails, falls away from the body, nobody gets hurt. The worst that can happen is that you clip your leg or clip a knee, but that just comes, you gotta start lightweight and learn how to maneuver, because once you learn how to maneuver, chances are you're not gonna hurt yourself. But anyway, appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you for checking out the Apex Aresenal channel, and hopefully this helps you guys out with some learning how our tools work. Sub man.
I don't know what that means.